You got a sea beast swimming in them breeches?
Okay, so welcome everyone. My webcam didn't want to load up initially. Hope you are doing alright, or better than alright. We are starting with the second semi-final in 10 minutes, although Cintrian line might be asleep, you never know. Hey, yo Dave, Full Tilt, Eddie, Metal, Archie, Doshwarin, and everyone. Oh, actual ship in chat. Wow. Full Tilt Gwent. Should be an emote. Okay, World Cup semi-final. Couldn't find what. Well, it is there, but today and activated. But yeah, Ukraine is waiting for the opponent for the final. So we have the bracket. It's time to activate and do something. So Ukraine versus UK was yesterday, finished at 3-2. Now Citizens of Russia versus China, fighting for a spot in the final, where Ukraine is waiting. Так что второй полуфинал начинается сейчас. Final will be on May 11th. Also Gwent Open number 2, May 18th. So mark the dates. Probably you should be interested in those, right? If you are watching competitive Gwent. So keep an eye out. Before we go into the deck review, don't forget that we are trying to crowdfund at least a bit of the prize pool for the event. So at the moment we hit $400 out of 1000. Thank you for all the donations yesterday. Спасибо всем, кто вчера поддерживал. Докинули до $400. Если есть желание, ссылки в чате по команде crowdfund и на экране тоже будут. Теперь переходим к колодам. So let's go to the decks. Yeah, that definitely looked winnable, considering it was what, a three-point game. So first we are watching Cintrian versus STK, who is most likely Joe. Then it will be Dora versus Violet. And then it will be Archie versus Leo M. Gwent Baron. The watch should be on, but yeah, didn't have time to upload it. Yes, he did. Okay, so Cintrian line is also awake. Hopefully Joe is ready to play. So let's go and look at the decks. First, Cintrian line. A lineup, Precision Strike, a Rent-Free, you've seen it before, you know what it does. Even after slight nerfs to the deck, it's still running more or less same composition without Iris and Iris's companions. moving on, it's Araha Swarm, and this is where things start to get interesting. Look, there is Renew. Good start for the Tatooine deck. You see Renew, you are like, what? Then you see there is Hive Mind, a couple of Red Riders, so maybe Laradoran deck, but no, there is Winter Queen and the Renew deck, so non-devotion Winter Queen. There is Yen and Tris that reveal cards, and you go, what are you doing? What are you up to, Mr. Cintrian? But yeah, this is a Hyperthin reveal monsters list that thins musicians, thins Highwayman, thins Winter Queen without devotion condition, plays double predatory dive. Cintrian made it to the final of Weekly League with this. Так что да, если не видели это в действии, время смотреть. Вряд ли колода будет забанена. Йен Трис, без преданности королева, есть супчик. Так что будет интересно. Okay, next deck is Reckless Flurry. Reckless Flurry Shoop with a bunch of echoes. You might have seen Cintrian play it on ladder. It's less surprising that than Araha Swarm. That's for sure, because it also works more reliably. Yeah, you can renew one of the sorceresses. Other cards kinda feel for being renewed at 12 provisions. I've seen play it online. Well, he did, but I think it's kind of less successful than Reckless Flurry that works semi-reliably. And the last list is a Spotter spam with Nilfgaardian Knight at 9 power, with Olgot and also offerings, making it a bigger unit for the spotters. You have Imperial formation to rearm spotters if they get deactivated. You also have slave drivers, so decent 15, 17 power spotters bound to happen if that works out. Так что да, состав колод Цинтры начинается с обычной Ренфри, занерфленной в прошлом сезоне, а дальше становится все более интересным. Разведчики, звери, эхо-звери, скеллиги и ревил, Стрис и Йеннифер. Okay, and now to the Joe decks. It's Royal Inspiration Knights. A few players have success on ladder with this deck. So we've seen Knights yesterday operated by Full Tilt. I think Archie might have brought it, but Chinese players also took Knights. No Regis in this one. Ah, Gabain, thanks for the raid, man. Just watching the decks. Also, for some reason, notifications do not play out. I don't understand. Ah, okay. Yeah. Всем привет, hello. Цинтра, вперед. Спасибо за рейд. Время второго полуфинала. Поехали. Арчи будет болеть в чатике. Так, возвращаемся к колодам. Здорово, Дора. Так, если пора вернуться к колодам Cintrian, чтобы все увидели, а то вы зашли тут, и я как раз свернул уже колоды Cintrian, а такое сворачивать нельзя. So, Araha Swarm, Yen Tris в колоде, без преданности королева. Арчи, как вы это допустили? Я понимаю все остальное, но как Арахна? Как вы не смогли с Дорой переубедить? Okay, so back to decks. Next one is Nature's Gift. Играем на листике, говорит Джо. Geralt of Rivia instead of Eskel. Sharkan is still there. Other than that, seems pretty standard. No Saskia. In the World Cup, people decided to leave her out. Импы нельзя не брать. Okay. Then Masquerade Ball, but Masquerade Ball with Kanta, Gortud Gwent. So we are trying to play quad Joachim if possible. STK seems to be live as well. So we should be starting, and the last deck is off the books, and the one that runs Ixora. So we do have off the books Acheronte. We've seen it in action. For example, Andy, if I'm not mistaken, was playing something similar, but Ixora after power nerf was kinda left out. But we see the townsfolk, one Salamage, one cleric, so yeah, device deck is due to come back. Надо было вторым тебе выскакивать. So yeah, players were choosing or captains were choosing teams, the order in which they're playing. Knowing the decks, so you could have tried to predict what your opponent would be queuing, which player. So it seems like we are ready to go. Match started. Good luck to everyone. We need the score on screen as well. And let's replace this. Joe 0-0 Cintra. There is enough space. Bands we don't know yet. Invite. That was fast. Considering we had a ropey match by the end yesterday, this was indeed fast. Так, забанен Маскарад и забанен скиллиги на эхо-картах. So, no Masquerade Ball with Kanta and no... you've got no Echo Skellige for Cintrian, his favorite deck. Joe versus Cintrian, 0-0, Citizens versus... yeah. Just made a slight mistake. Так. Имбу, ну, самую проверенную имбу забанили. Хотя Ренфри, конечно, тоже проверенная имба, но она не такого масштаба имба все-таки. Трансляция, кстати, есть на YouTube. Если бы лайков накидали, был бы благодарен. There is a link for YouTube feed as well. Would be thankful if you can go and like that one, even if you are staying on Twitch. Can we get into the match without the platform bug? Давай, платформа. Okay, so name bugs. И мы видим имбу сразу же, просто не отходя от кассы. Cintrian takes his OP deck immediately. Because why wouldn't you want to win the first game with the OP deck? What do we see? Joe takes Syndicate, finds a few playable bronzes, but for Cintrian there is double offering. So he can buff his Starter Wing. On like Eternal Disciples, on Bare Knuckle Brawler. And well, the deck that plays 1 power thinners probably needs some power, and Hive Mind is of course a great card. For Arachas Swarm, I'll highlight leaders. This is Arachas Swarm, this is Off the Books. Тут же сразу можно подносить карты слева направо, которые разыгрываются. Свечка сыграна не будет. So there will be no candle most likely, which means that offerings will go through, which means that Tartar Wing gonna be big. Predatory Dives against the deck that play Disciples is probably not the best, but at least both Disciples are out now. So you get the doggo jumping out at 1 power. You get the this is the most unbelievable part thing. Is there really no better card? Because she only buffs by the devotion. But yeah, I played this deck as well when Cintrian first tried it out. Oh look, Ixora. It would be nice to like try and answer her maybe. A perfect synergy. Kikimorph Warrior, 1 power units. Просто на. Не контриться. Ah, look, value! And you have to play the riders to thin her out. The deck is not even running the Nagelfar's crew. Maybe stays 1 power for Elf and Onion Soup. That's a possibility if you have to make a play. So yeah, another highlight of the deck is of course the Elf and Onion Soup. So maybe she stays in the deck here for that consideration if you have to soup round 1. Ideally, of course, you'd want to Triso Yen. Put into the soup. And then renewed. Да, ну посмотрите на поинты. 29-17. У Синдиката никогда не было столько поинтов. У Синдиката, который, правда, сыграл пока карты в carry-over, и у которых спендер на столе. Монеты считать будет сложно, так что невезение. У нас также багнулись лидеры, так что по 2 стоит. Other deck links for decks.
Man's got the wares if you've got the coin.
Deck lists. Yeah. Lerio, thanks for the deck. Link as well. That is in a more convenient form. So winning by 1 power, 1 point. The doggo was not a threat anymore, so no secret jumpy cards. Cintrian line definitely needs Caravan Vanguards to thin the Highwayman. But происходит невезение, and he gets Tatcha Wing on the last mulligan, so means Tris and Tien are having not the best time. Ну, суп, да, можно было в 3 единицу. Этот тоже выпал же. Со временем. It's never gonna be better. Look at this value! 18-0. How can you even come back from a situation like this? There is no control for Chirontia because there is still a bunch of ones in the deck, so even if the trees was there, it's highly unlikely. Ah! Second bread dive. And it's playing for value again. Kinda hurts. And this was the last control card as well, outside of trees. Принц тянет возрождение указ. Ну, указ, по сути, даже мог бы быть не худшей картой, но... О, инкуб. Но инкуб не во что, наверное. А, можно, да, есть во что. Правда, себе тоже четверочку, троечку тянешь. Что не особо полезно. Cross duration тут нет никакого. Окей, so Incubus kinda doing something, but not much. And yeah, Cintrian decides to take the Slizzard. Can consume the Kiki Worker if it's not killed here. I have no idea how many coins, but by the looks of it, enough coins to clear the board, enough coins to now with Sesame's Suprocket. Okay. Chirontia backfires, there is KOB, there was offensive damage card. А тут даже не надо чувствовать, что крыло в руке. Не выкрученные бандиты и караваны. Ну, то есть... Риск очень большой. Пока он их не увидит, ему нету смысла не играть. Но вот тут произошла, конечно, неудача с преступлением. Дамаг. Sesame still at 3 and 4. Cintrian decks are actually countering Bare Knuckle Brawler. There is no damage, and you cannot click to trigger your Chirontia conveniently. There was this... Oh, this must hurt a lot. Playing Tatooine, but the points were not there. Like, sure, you can VLAM, hit Decree, play Caravan Vanguard, this thins out, but then they gonna get slaughtered by Brawler, go back, and you achieve nothing.
I'll do what I can.
Not playing this. It's insane value for an 8p card. Yeah, Joe saw the Tatooine on the board, 3's playing for 1 power, and he has little reason not to. He's very unlucky with the Sesames though. Okay, but when you lose with the OP deck, that means that people get to see it again. Так что проигрывать на имбе это наоборот хорошо, потому что можно показать колоду еще разок. Look. Almost. Double Katakan, double Vampire, Ekimara, whatever. Is disappointed. And this means that Joe takes game number 1. This is best of 5 series, so we'll have this series, and one more guaranteed between Dora and Violet Kiraman, if I'm not mistaken. If matches, if say this match is won by one team, the other by another, then the score is 1-1. We'll also witness Archie versus Liam. But in case of 2-0, well, the semifinal ends, and there is no decider match. Все, рыцарь от синий, от красной, и китаец win. Ну, Цинтра играл в финале Лиги Митрофана на этой неделе, которую я кастил, против Доты. Висел 2-0, но до последнего матча доиграл. Все-таки смог. Ой, Lulu. Lulu, you don't have the sub quote. If you wish, I suppose it extends to the gifted subs as well. So back to the decks. Joe decks in front of us. Masquerade Ball was banned. He just won with off the books. He is going on blue, so Royal Inspirations should be deck of choice most likely. Cintrian Lines decks are still all available. And the Reckless Flurry was the one banned.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Okay, so we have Nilfgaard Spotter Spam versus NR Knights. Knights are quite standard, not even Regis first knight in this. Erendite, Lady of the Lake, so all the echoes are still in deck. Probably want access to some of it. Yeah, there they go. There they go, one after another. All three of them, wait. Who played Calvit? Although, yeah, Erendite access with Lady is kinda eh. Thanks for the raid, Karim. Welcome. We are just starting. Sadly, first attempt at Monster Hyperthin didn't work out for Cintrian. Цинтра с блоком сидит, одним в руке. Рамон тоже был в руке, что ли? Или Рамон? Рамон тоже в деке.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
So, the broken NR combo of Damsork Immortals is a go. There is access for another Damsork if that gets answered, so there is just Vilgefortz for Immortals, but you can also give Vilgefortz for the Knights later on. Cintrian is scoping more than you. This is the way. He is the captain. He knows what he's doing. Ну, они похожи, но я просто, когда первый раз смотрел руку, не увидел Рабона, поэтому искал. Поэтому подумал, что он был в руке. So, what are you locking? Just locks Immortals. Damsork kinda becomes less influential. Of course, the Knight Errant, the engineering solution are still there. There is no... yeah, there is a Peller access still available as well.
Axe or mace, sir?
Сказал бы, что он капитан. Ну, так получилось, что он капитан. Когда Матол собирал команды, видимо, Но я не в курсе, как точно было, но Cintrian, видимо, в тот момент был на верхних позициях в ладере. Не знаю, сколько Пифич, сколько Арчи, Дора играли. So, Tinin, controlling for now. Joe is also playing Squire. Click after the Knight Errant. Offering targets kinda non-existent so far. A 6, a 5, a 5. And this was also under the engineering solution. They didn't bring Catburger, who was even streaming recently, so kinda active. But other players are worthy as well, so I'm just surprised. Че, Родерика не сыграть? Ну, Родерика в первом, чтобы потом не чтобы увидеть Афана и Жару, будет, конечно, весело. Рамона можно сразу же в разведчика давать. Ну, наверное, можно и без этого как-то. So, Immortals, Damsork and Bronzes win round 1. Rather cheaply. Cintrian is playing Heatwave, so this scenario thingy can be answered. Lady of the Lake, Aneromancy, AA, Irondite. If only you could play even more echo cards. Ну, есть Родерик, есть Совет. Есть 3 золота. Надо бы не отлететь от Родерика мимо одной карты в колоде. Окей. So. Scenario jumps immediately. Knight's gameplay is usually pretty straightforward if you won round 1. Who cares about Lady, Bricked, or anything else? Knight's gameplay smork, indeed. So, not playing Offering to kill it, playing Decree into the control for the Knights. Now there are only 2 golds.
Kill the dog diddlers!
And we do see Roderick into guaranteed value, so Cintrian is not trying to high roll anything. That's how you play the game. For the guaranteed values and not for the trolling values.
An interesting choice.
Against Knights, Vilgefortz is quite often
For king and country!
not the best value. And we do witness it here. Irondite is at 10, so 2 more playable cards. Quite slow Margarita, and you'd want to like lock the spotter. For some reason I played Kungfoorabbit knights before. Well, he is a beautiful, valiant knight. It's only... valiant knight to be included. Same as knighthood cards. One day Knight's gonna play the cards that were printed for them, okay? And not Regis's. So the 2-0. A program about Bricked Lady. Not the mirror problem is double offering in hand to us. Not sure how you get in that value. With the locks and such. You can of course play offering on your own units. It's amazing, I promise ya. It actually plays for extra points on the spotters. So good. What's the biggest tempo Cintrian can ever play? Okay, with leader commitment there is extra tempo. But are we witnessing pass here? You have Heatwave. You had Margot for locking another spotter. So the War Council. Another spotter. There will be enough units, you cannot deplete them of value. We do see a pass. It needs 15, this is 11 point Nilf Knight. We do see the self-offering and the Nilf Knight, and we lead the charges. Cintrian gets there, no infusions, nothing jumps out, so just the leader. Cintrian gets a War Council carryover. Now the last two cards are the cards you don't want to get, which makes offering still a questionable acquisition. So Joe has access to one control card, two control cards.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Восклицательный знак deck lists.
Rather die than bend a knee to the Emperor.
So decided to go without the spotter, because it just gets controlled.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
It just doesn't look like enough points, especially with this still being bricked. Although Locker Knights is of course nice and all. Но он разведчика же убрал с руки. Значит, не собирался его особо играть. Он, в принципе, отлетал сразу же. Ему с него тройное, четверное value тоже было не получить. Рамон ушел. Один разведчик уже ушел. Погонщик. Ah, since it requires grace 8 and the leader is at 2, at least, yeah, we do see offering value. Joe could have played around that with the Iron Tide buffing Lady of the Lake.
The continent will quake beneath Nilfgaardian hoof.
В этой колоде Афан выкручивается с бафами этого всебога, так что, ну, хоть какое-то value у него есть, but yeah, we do see that deck is just not having enough points against knights if you spend too many turns trying to lock knights that trade up mostly. Так что да, просто не хватает пейнтосов. Эйоники. Здорово, Детлов, колоды отправил и сейчас запиню тоже. Okay, so 2-0. But Joe needs one more win. 2-0 пока что. Еще одна победа для Джо. Или Цинтриану пора камбэкать. Сейчас мы, наверное, увидим то, что все ожидают. Еще раз ревил монстры. Tatterwing, where is it? Tatterwing Swarm deck once again, or is Cintrian opting for Peace Strike? He'll need to win with the Tatterwing still. And while the card is spinning, we can look at his decks and also Joe's decks. He only has Nature's Gift now. Royal Inspiration is true, Imposter is banned, of the books is true as well. Так что остается только листик. У Цинтры все еще доступно. Ну и пока карта крутится, можно еще посмотреть на Матола. We are crowdfunding the event. Краудфанд добрался до $400 из 1000 поставленных целью. Спасибо, кто вчера донатил. Пара человек поддержала до круглой цифры. Если есть возможность, if you have opportunity, crowdfund makes Metal a happy man. Сейчас Центр выиграет Ренфри на красную. Балла не будет, остался только листик у Джо. Okay, so Cintrian decides not to take monsters. He goes into the competitive mode of maybe trying to get a victory with a more tested deck and then going again. Те лучше Ренфри, солдаты или разведчики? Ну, разведчики веселее играются. Но если хочешь побеждать, то, наверное, более надежно брать солдат с Ренфри. Хотя они, конечно, уже устарели и тоже влетают в некоторые матчапы, где особо не выигрывается. Я спутал. Окей. Okay, so Gift and Tempest present. Hammer Dryads here.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
Pyrotechnician is ready to try and snipe Hammer Dryad combined with Leader Skirmisher, but the problem is if the Treant's gonna start spawning, you will not hit your target guaranteed. We see Joe going into the Smork mode and playing Awkward immediately. This does provide 2 Treants onto the board. So we can expect the click. Worst target possible. Конечно, не самый лучший пиротехник. Looks like a trio. Well, with prior technicians like this, it
I
might
studied
be.
medicine, not literature. I stopped believing in fairy tales long ago.
No leader. Joe is playing Fila and Frogmate in season. But decides not to really bother, just get the most of Oakland value here with triple symbiosis.
Dance! Dance! Dance!
Quite the Smorkinsons here. Так что да, Оквен можно сейвить, но сейвить слишком сильно тоже нельзя. Есть Геральт. We do see Joe trying to save frogs for now, or maybe for the round 2 push. A bunch of symbiosis. Making 4p cards, by the way, play for decent value. Thanks to Oakman, of course, not the pure card value. How is it Amnesty not even, and not like it's a greatest card play without devotion, but how is every 3 entered 4 and 5? No poisons in this deck. So the Buchwort is playing for 6. Okay, Cintrian goes for guaranteed kill instead on one of the symbioses, but the problems continue. Geralt is bricked, Squirrel is Squirrel, Renfri's gank is of course still playable. But we are closing on the necessity of thinning out the leader and playing Renfri otherwise. It's not looking too good. Iron Copium. See, and just thin leader. Force your opponent to play good cards. You get what's even the best Renfri in this situation. Stratagem, damage Shoal, damage 6. Play a bronze. If you have to use leader in round 1, damage Shoal seems to be playing for 9. There's nothing you can really do with the adjacent units damage when there is so much symbiosis. Pass, go down. Onto a 10. Okay, takes the grid and 4 on pass. Gets Geralt value. That's 15, 13. Kinda enough still. But you have Squirrel and you might see Philavandrel plate as is.
I hate portals.
And yeah, we're not even talking about the Berserker being the insane engine with the chariot. Ну да, тут еще одна природа. И твоя последняя карта Белка. Изенгрим гарантирован в ФВ или Гордо, или Симлоса, так что Что не найдет, то доберет с него. И да, центр пасует. Не прожимается лидер. Kinda seems doomed for precision strike. There is still Oak. There is still Zoltan with Dora. VW has Caress and Fledglings. Finally gift without bricked Escal. You love to see it, eh? Finally chat without a pasta. One day. Так, ну тут, конечно, бронза на бронзу пока что разменивается. И вроде бы все хорошо. Но есть нюанс. На последний раунд останется дуб против Симлеса. Или Джо просто психанет. Так, пока с Макси хватает, правильно, 15-14. Еще этот стреляет. So, is Cintrian actually traveling into the next round with Zoltan, or can we play and just hope for we play and hope to find Seamless naturally? Kinda scary to play Fledgling Gort instead of Seamless. But playing Seamless out while you expect Zoltan to be here. Finally Eskel. No, finally Eskel is from yesterday. Okay, so Joe just did the calculations, kinda roped out a little bit by the looks of it. But there is no toll punish, so you can double buff Seamless. Okay, this is 5 and 5, 10 for passive points. And Cintrian makes it by 3 in the end. There was no armor or anything to hit, so it's Gort. Who nerfed Oak to 9 power? And now Geralt is guaranteed value, unless you purposefully mulligan in it. Sarkhan is not looking too hot in a short round. There was a leader charge, right? And yeah, sadly, not sadly, but sadly for Oak, it's getting chopped down. Not the most brilliant Cyprian Wiley value. And Geralt is not bricked, which means even if Geralt was bricked with the vitality.
Damn it.
GG. Team Citizens of Russia, other members were mentioning that they're starting from 0-1 score, and it ended up exactly like this. Так что Арчи, удачи, Дора, удачи. Yeah, Joe takes it 3-0 and China gets first point. So now we have a small break till the next series between Dora and Violet. Цинтра не подвел. Ну, Цинтра обещал. Не Цинтра обещал, а все думеры говорили, что команда граждан России начинается с счета 0-1. Uh, 12 minutes till Violet versus Dora. So I'll take a break. Небольшая пауза, и потом мы возвращаемся. So this is Violet 0-0 Dora. We don't know the bands, but the score, overall score is 1-0. I'll leave you with Metal for now. And then we are looking at the decks. Так что небольшая пауза. Оставлю вас с Матолом и краудфандом. Потом будем смотреть колоды и следующий матч. Okay, so we are back. The event is still semi-final between citizens and China. The winner goes into the final of the Gwent World Cup and guarantees themselves 30% of the prize pool share instead of 10, which loser of the semi-final gets. Ukraine is already waiting in the final, and the final is on May 11th. So, as you can see on the screen, it's Violet Kiraman versus Dora. Violet против Доры, и давайте смотреть колоды. So, first decks of Dora, we see Stockpile with Cimmerian Infantry. So, a deck that we did not forget from the last season. It's still a lot of points, even if you had to shrink your deck by a couple of provisions with the Cimmerian Infantry traveling to 6p. So it's a siegeless siege. You still play Hanselt, the charge machines with Faultless Pride being the best machine of them all, but others work as well. And you have Kadveni Revenant, because those are also bronzes on steroids. You can ping something down. If you queue into the Tatar Wing, you can just naturally eat their drones. Next one is Arachis Swarm, and look at the variety of decks. This time we are getting the good old Trusky Triple Eater with Witch's Sabbath. Times pass, but some decks come back after a while. Так что да, колоды вообще, команды как будто договаривались между собой чуть-чуть по-разному все приносить, потому что у нас и самоуроны с порталом, без портала, и Арахна. Теперь вот совсем уже классика с прошлого года, тройной Идер. Что-то из того, что совсем недавно игралось, но теперь люди перешли на Devotion Север. Так что, да, командам, игрокам спасибо. Cintrian принес вообще просто алмазы, а не колоды. К сожалению, ни заходики не показали, как на максимальные поинты играет Monster Reveal. Okay, so next is the Self-Wound. Привет, да, Центри, к сожалению, улетел 3-0. Но там просто не зашло. Это другое. So, Self-Wound, самоурон на Скеллиге, Earthen Ritual without Portal, Oniromancy, and please cards come to my hand type of deck. Although you have Mask of Ouroboros, so it helps a little bit. You have Maxi as well, so it's not just blind draws. You try to mitigate the невезение with the cards like Maxi. And the last one is Angulim Enslave Assimilate deck. Angulim, of course, if we are looking at Dora's own decks, well, you usually get Card Rolder from Skellige, you get Novigrad from Syndicate. For his own stockpile, it would have been a Garrison. But we can go and switch to Violet's decks and actually see what's Angulim value. We see Card Rolder, we see Damsel in Distress. Archfiend is not probably a choice, but Masquerade Ball will be there for picking. So, theoretically, a great Angulim value. Unless you just get Koot, but let me recheck. Yeah, that Nilfgaard is of course built in a way so that there is no artifact for your Nilfgaard and opponent to take advantage of. Okay, so Violet's decks. Knights, as I mentioned, I think all three representatives of Team China brought Knights. It might be an identical list, although no, there is artifact compression. Так что колоды похожие, но, по-моему, компрессии не было. А тогда играют без Региса, без проклятого рыцаря. Next one is Guerrilla Tactics, Movement, Shiro. Mahakam Pass is for some reason. For reason we still don't know in Gwent why the deck builder replaces colored arts. Yeah, is represented by the Mastercrafted Spear, but it's a Mahakam Pass. So Shiro potentially coming out as 3, with Mahakam Pass as an 8, with leader 3, 6, 9, 12. You also have Circle of Life that can be utilized, and we got the invite, so Self-Wound, similar but a bit different, and Imposter, Masquerade Ball. But since we got the invite, let's go into the match and figure out the decks there. Так, у нас, значит, должны были быть баны. Кулачок забанили. Самоурон тоже забанили. И Violet будет первым, так что мы, наверное, увидим рыцарей. So we got the bans. Dora is not playing his Nilfgaard. And no Skellige for Violet. Score is 0-0 in the series. In overall China versus Citizens of Russia match, it's 1-0 to China at the moment. So if Violet wins this, it's the end of today's semifinal. If Dora wins, we are witnessing Archie playing against Leo M. Ставки баны сделаны. Did we get any prediction participants in the previous prediction battle? Was there any activity? Do we need a new one? But I'll let you decide. Ставочки иногда просятся, но в ставочках редко кто здесь участвует, так что не везение. Okay, so we go into the game 2 of the series.
If it's peace you desire, prepare for war.
And it's Masquerade Ball on blue for Violet. This is Masquerade Ball with Kanta Joachim, and Gortud Gwent should be here as well. Yeah, so you can put Joachim back into your opponent's deck and Kanta it out. Price pool update. Oh, thank you. Nice. Thank you, whoever contributed to this. But we have $450 out of 1,000 now, so much appreciated. How do you do that? Something like this, right? Thanks for the support. And thanks on updating me, Metal. Okay, so there is a Radovid double Temerian infantry and also Adalia in round 1 and also Hanselt and also Flotsam that refreshes this. Okay, Emir's favorite thing is of course to draw Arcane, but Violet avoids doing that breaking action. Didn't find Siege Masters. Dora, that
It is
is.
how I punish those who irritate me.
So that's kind of unfortunate.
I wonder what my snares would have captured this time.
Rather, it was never meant to go through here without zeal. Because of all the potential locks. There is a second hunter, and if you develop something else and try to sneak it, then servant could have transferred the lock status from something else as well.
Please, no blows. My apologies, I only served it.
Yeah. Doesn't look too hot from one hand, from other you have bronzes playing for 11 points each. Although without answering the Emir and with the Thirsty Dame on the board, I guess it's slightly less. So not much in terms of control available here. The oil was there, so if Dora has oil in the opening hand, Thirsty Dame might have disappeared early on. Denying a lot of points, but at least Dora's hand is full of refreshes onto the Cimmerian infantries. So it's the question for Violet. What's the plan? It still has the Duchess's informant, can copy reinforced ballistas. But that's like half of the round gone already.
Barbarians all.
Okay, we do see Joachim.
You played your hand. Now, allow me to retort.
Which should help Violet to stay relevant in this match. Так что да, после комита Йохима тут появляются поинты, тут активируется купа. Есть комба с Тамимой и солдатами. Но у Доры каждый ход на 11-13. Ну ладно, флотцем сам по себе ходит меньше. После приказа он тоже становится примерно такой картой. Да, можно было бы масло в первый ход сыграть, если бы был доступ. Было бы полегче. So boiling oil would have played for 20. It's nice to have all the Cimmerian infantries and stuff, but oil is actively playing for more points than any of them. Sadly, sometimes you just don't get access for your card. Okay, so float some into the Cadveni Revenant. There is one target guaranteed, but that can be killed off. So Cadveni Revenant could be killed off as well with this spine status. Cool. No. Okay. Yes, you need points more.
Long live the Emperor.
And now it's a 30-point gap, so you cannot even easily make it. And okay, yeah, all things clicked. Revenant even travels with the mirror. We did get Tanner Turncoat activated, and Seditious Aristocrat from Joachim with all the spine statuses generated by Emir. So whatever you do, I think Dora was, or Violet was winning this round after the coup. He just decided that second Joachim into Seditious would be a more guaranteed win. Dora still has 4 leader charges, still has Cimmerian Infantry Adalia, and somewhere there is the garrison that spawns Bronze Soldier from your starting deck, so still has an access to them, and Flotsam was not clicked, which means that if he witnesses a push here, he can reactivate. The only thing you need is targets, but yeah, Violet is not really a big fan of pushing into the Flotsam Adalia Cimmerian Infantry opener. So whoever wins semifinal gets to choose the next Balance Council changes. Well, not exactly. But yeah, that's how we should organize our tournaments, Matt Hall. Everyone else just concedes their option to vote, and the winning side, or in case of opens, it's a winning player decides what are the 5 changes. So Kanta is granted from Roderick.
Got ya, you bleating son of a doe.
We see an engine. I'd say it's less important than killing Thirstydame, but it's still going to be working most of the round, so it's 7 more turns of Witcher Adapt to buff himself. But you cannot bait yourself with Philippe's existence, Thirstydame, Rosa and Edna.
The Von Morlehams detest intruders.
On the other hand, Violet can just lock the engine value from the bronze. You are not touching Hanseld, as it will be used up with the leader most likely immediately. Also no Siege Masters throughout the round, but yeah, the only card missed was Garrison. But you see the boiling oil value. It's insane, the boiling oil value. It's about, what, 20 points once again. There are still statuses from this. Less without Emir, of course. Nick is getting old. He's not streaming the semi-final. He is not sure about his Balance Council video. You know, somebody gonna come after him. Дед, да, с полуфинал не стримит на шашлычках, баланс видео непонятно, хочет, не хочет выкладывать. Так что кто-то подсидит. I'm old too. You cannot be that young blood taking control over the city of Balance Council. Then we need to find someone else.
For the queen!
Scout you probably don't want to give to your opponent, so we see Cintrian Knight. Поинтов еще тьма, с одной стороны. С другой стороны, видимо, Дора все посчитал и понял, что немного не хватает. An early pass, saving us some time, I guess, if player is capable of calculating the end state, why bother playing it out? Good positioning from artifacts, even blocking the boldest priority. So Violet goes ahead. Deck list we can look at should be Guerrilla. Wait, yeah, Guerrilla Tactics from Red. While we are waiting for the next match to start, I'll remind you that there is a Be Charitable, the link is in chat at the moment, event with some prize money as well. Be Charitable is a charity that organized a couple of Gwent tournaments before. I know that a few Gwent casters were in contact with them, and we've seen Karim participating in one of them. So if you want, go through the link and read on the rules. Now back to the semi-final. We have Dora playing red coin, blue coin Arahas Swarm on blue coin. Nikki, thanks for the follow. Okay, so we have access to Defender, either Arahas Queen. So by the looks of it, all components are here for Violet. There is a heat wave, and also, yeah, we do see that Defender is not really defending anything against Guerrilla Tactics leader. Might as well ignore that option. We do see that priority is to COC here. Heat wave you can direct at the unit, and you can also delete it one either in the graveyard. Doesn't seem like a big threat to Violet Kiraman. So the plan is not to delete it from the game. Okay, so that's round one Hive Mind. Considering the amount of organics in hand, at least a couple, it would have potentially triggered, but Squirrel comes in, and things do look quite bright for Guerrilla Tactics here, trying to answer the threats. We see Arahas Queen used with the Urn of Shadows. Kikimor warriors are swarming slowly. Of course, there is Milva. So, with leader movement, you can kill it off. And so far, yeah, nothing really sticks. One Kiki Warrior is allowed to be on the board, but not more. So now Sabbath He's bringing defender, either, and depending on what's getting played here, maybe one of the fours. Yeah, Violet is in a very controlling mood here. As mentioned, yeah, against Guerrilla's tactics, if there are some leader charges left, the gift roll is not really protecting much anymore. So what do you do as Dora? You still can, you know, the hand is playable. The Frenzied Dow Rock Brush is not the most helpful combo here. Здорово, Крам. Some slow points, 3-point kick a warrior, +1 on the Vran is not the most exciting acquisition. You'd need a little bit more than that. Okay, Pyrotech finds one of 2 engines. That's Maxi showing seamless somewhere on the bottom side. Would not be surprised if this is a shuffle. Now Drago Warrior has 2 targets. Sectoids to consume, you can do that. You have acid speed, but that's with the armored. Chariot doesn't seem too potent. It's healing by 3.
You annoy me.
You can just take the half-elf hunter value. This is better as far as the acid speed goes. A little bit better. No armor, no anything. But for now the acid speed is being kept. Not the best value for Barrage, Frenzied Dow, Cranmer. It's a bit premature as well. What's the situation with Sabbath? Will be Maxi, Pyrotechnician, and Squirrel. So trading definitely up for the monsters if the card is played. And yeah, despite the fact that Violet decided to go hard on removal, the bronzes behind the defender are enough to win it for Dora in round 1, while it decided to stop going hard at some point. Otherwise, yeah, we could have seen the leader and just a kill. Now Dora has last say. Has Spores, Karate, Heatwave for Dennis Cranmer workshop targets. Getting a decent stalker value is probably not what you are expecting here. We'll also see seamless onto the workshops, okay. The frenzied well, has one target, yes, so it's all fine. How does Arcane Tome look? You have Parasite, Sabbath, Hideous Feast. Your opponent has only Circle unaccounted for. So Violet is most likely not clicking Arcane Tome. So who do you have here, chat? Theoretically, with double toe punish reset, monster have control over guerrilla tactics points. On the other hand, yeah, they also get the freaking either cave troll. But with Shiro coming from an Aeromancy being a 3-power card, it's sort of risky. Acid speed. Not too great, not too great. Nothing to damage here. And we do see...
Above sabotage, you'll find yourself below ground.
Saboteur instead. And there was the while even after the heat wave. Wait, what? No. Was it really necessary to feed the miner? This depends on stalker value. It's nothing better to pick up than Shiro.
You are no lunet of mine.
So we do see the heat wave on the Maharam Pass, which means that one of the toll punishes is gone, so it's spores only left.
Garments are shackles that restrain our desires.
Brand Warrior, sadly for Brand Warrior, it's not really a good day to come out and play. With Milva also having drones to hide back into the deck. And another early pass. It's 2 for Violet, 0 for Dora, but once again nothing is really bringing in points. As I said, you have... Это не Арчи, это Дора. Арчи может и не потечет совсем. As for the Maharam Pass Heatwave, there is the Shiro potential somewhere if you're starting buffing your card, if you're starting playing your real cards and not acid speeds that stay low to the ground. So one deck left for Violet. It's Knights. Ursine Ritual was banned. Guerrilla Tactics, Imposter. We've seen wins with it. For Dora, still all decks available. And we do see an Arc Mirror here.
Nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Oh, okay. But do we see Vial of Forbidden Knowledge clicked, guys? Open deck lists for the tournaments as usual, but we've seen occasionally this happening. Of course, it would have made sense if your deck had Hubert, but no Huberts in this one. Will somebody check their opponent's deck? You can click, you can find out that your opponent queued the wrong deck, and you can save yourself time playing the game out till you see that forbidden card. But yeah, seems like players queued the correct deck, so should not be happening. His scenario, echo cards, all three of them, I don't know why. Would Knight players play Lady of the Lake when you just draw your echoes anyway? The combo deck is slightly different with artifact compression, but there is no
I pass on every 10th round.
no Purify as in the Redanian Secret Service, only Peller. So you commit Immortals, you probably commit Damned Sword as well.
Feeling a bit of
This is the case. There is Lock, there is Boiling Oil and Reinforced Ballista, so 7 was vulnerable. Now not so much. Now only things like Heat Wave deal with it. And we do see a Heat Wave, which means that scenario is a go. Так что да, Жара улетает в контроль поинтов на первый раунд. Если Дора собирается выиграть раунд, то с этим надо было что-то делать. Ташка, защищающая чародейку, убирала ее из рейнджи машинок и масел. А теперь можно бороться. Oh, no. Go away, player connection lost. Okay, yeah, okay, good point. The card is in hand. Thank you. You can still do stuff with the scenario. So the Heat Wave was also sacrificed besides the control for round 1, with the knowledge that you can still do stuff with it. Good correction. And that has been growing so far. It's at 4 at the moment.
Our world is in harmony.
Knights do see, well, 3 control cards out from stockpile side already.
Living souls in your wake shall ne'er deign forget your sake.
Okay, well, it decides not to play it here, not to get it damaged, and then play for negative value. Neuromancy A is still available, so you can go for a variety of knights. There is still things like Vandergrift you can try and set up. Yeah, things like Muzzle and Redovit look much better than artifact compression. This is big enough to kill the Cadveni Revenant, not too crazy as far as value goes, but decent nonetheless. Also keeps your hat with the errant ticking.
Come to Pappy.
But Violet is slowly running out of place. Kind of want to control 3 power. But you cannot.
Remember Cintra?
So this goes... yeah, we do see leader charge committed, otherwise it wasn't boosted, so the grace was not achieved. Good casting contests here. Do we see a heat wave out? 14, 44, and then this working. Might as well. So the infantry out is kinda yikes for Dahlia. Verification scenario trait would not be available as well if you go that route. This is playing for 11, 12. Oh, no, still 11 as you only hit in armored unit. Yeah, the pass is coming. Kinda would be strange not to with scenario in hand, so card finding time. Get Siege Master. You can also add Dahlia. Yeah. And we do see the Knights player mulligan in this scenario, keeping the Wincon in the deck for later. Lady of the Lake, why even bother with you when all the echoes are here from round 1 and you are the brick? Can Violet now survive?
Cintra!
With useless verification? Until the garrison, of course, played. Certainly is a possibility then. That Violet is surviving with this break, but if Dora decides to all in, and we do see him having Garrison, playing Garrison out for decent value, trying to punish Night Scenario player. It's bad to play Lady here. Your opponent will know that you have an Aeromancy, can do the math for your best on Aeromancy play. You're screwed either way. If you don't play Lady Brick here, they expect you to have this scenario. And well, with leader charges you go.
Art thou worthy?
So yeah. How many points can you produce in one go? This is +1, this is +10, and leader charges 8 plus a couple, 10, 12. Maiden's Shield Grace 8. Okay, we do see Garrison, it's at least the 1 leader charge. No. I don't know. I think seeing the Lady Brick, yeah, you know, the Tornado is there. Kind of feels weird not to go all in. I still like if you get cancelled with leader, if you have a Dahlia into a bronze as well. Knights in a short round here with no guaranteed draw of this scenario as well. Dora decided to be a reasonable player. Yeah. More than enough. More than enough. Unlike Dora in the previous games, we do not see an early concede, because, well, you don't know if your opponent drew the cards. Dora was in a position with like 20 points behind, so makes sense not to concede early. But yeah, all this looks bad for Knight. So we got ourselves a game on our hands.
Go on.
Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, we do see the concede after our opponent is making a choice while it understands what's happening, and it's 2-1, 2-1. Dora на камбэкичах. Нельзя проигрывать серию, so Dora cannot lose any more games in this series, otherwise Team Citizens of Russia are out and Archie doesn't get to play, and Archie did wake up for today, so it would be a waste of sleep. Deprivation if you are not playing. So still the same deck for Violet. Knights from red now. For Dora, Arachas Swarm and Ursa and Ritual are the two left. While we're waiting, I'll show you metal once again because I need to update the text as we are on 400. Wait, not this one. Yeah, we got to 450. It's not even you. What did you want me to replace the man with? A mountain? Send me the pics. I'll put you right now, right here. Colgrim? But you are not Colgrim, okay? What do you even mean, my man? Everybody knows that Erdem is Colgrim. You cannot claim to be the same as Erdem. And yeah, the links for donations for crowdfunding are in chat as well. If anyone is interested, it's on screen below me as well. If you are not clicking anything in chat for YouTube, I'll send you the link as well. Oh, hello YouTube. There you go. The links are in chat there as well. And while we are at it, while the cast is happening simultaneously on Twitch and YouTube, so you can go and do me a solid, maybe. And upvote the YouTube stream. That should help with visibility and all. So click the link, find the like button. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so game number 4 in this series. Second match of China versus Citizens of Russia match. So Dora needs to win here, finds defender AQ either once again, so has been successful. We do see Pellar Purification is available. The line might be just to consume defender and turn off shadows then, instead of going for triple either. So
the realm of the living severs your chain. Abandon now your mortal stain.
You're just going in defense mode. But the thing is, you're not playing against Kneel of God, so do you actually need them defenders? Not really. Outside of Iron Knight, the gods are not interacting, so yeah, Dora decided that it was not worth it to cave troll, and instead gets the Either evaporated, and Taraha's Queen can go onto the Brand Warrior or Stalker now.
Rather die than bend
Super
the knee to the Emperor.
Mario, thanks for the follow. So yeah, we put Avran into AQ. Not really sure about the AQ positioning, as you probably don't really want to consume both units here.
Best give up now.
We also see Violet not going for Immortals. This is some mad Iron Dite value, by the way. Iron Dudski на 0. Все как не надо для рыцарьков. This time, Lady of the Lake is not bricked. 2 echo cards were there. The third one is getting played.
Feel my cura. Go on.
Nom nom nom. I guess it didn't really matter, but at the same time it kinda did with artifact compression, the positioning of AQ next to defender and not as the leftmost card. Quite the board set up from both sides. Engines, passive engines against well, active engines, so to say. So Dora cannot just pass and generate value. Sadly for him, he'll have to do clickety click every time, unlike knights. AQ was positioned next to urn, not to troll, but then the urn somehow vanished. Somehow, Nobody can be held responsible for that, I see. The squirrel already has a target, but a better one can be found in your necromancy. 1 for 10, but you can play it twice, okay? It's actually good if you don't think can kill a token. See, if you don't think about it, it's actually a premium value.
We've no faces, we've no hearts.
That's one late immortal coming out, but there was no there were no more shields. I suppose it would have been a victim of the spores, but on the other hand, yeah, not really. And Ira too. Oh, you can buff something now. So good.
For a great Redania from the
Without leader charges and consumes, you cannot even squirrel now. Ira 3. Okay, so we do see Oniro getting squirreled. Now you'll have to find your scenario. It costs a lot though to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, nothing is infused, right? This is the shield loss, but Iron Dite is enough. Ooh, ah. Yeah, it was making it, and it costs Dora a lot as well. So sometimes a small Iron Dite is enough of an Iron Dite. And now after it's like Sea Hill. And now it grows. Look guys, it was 3, it's 4 after making a kill there. OP. Immortals also kind of makes sense with the Sabbath. We do see that scenario is... we see that while it cannot see the scenario, but even without that you can put a lot of points out, and your opponent has and Rega Warrior Stalker has to go for Oniro into the Sabbath most likely.
Gentlemen, mount up!
No, goes for the heat wave. Okay. So Iron Dite was still... Iron Dite did its job and was mulliganed. What kind of sword care is that? Violet still felt that this is not the one. It's good for a quick job, but you cannot really operate with it too long. Okay, decides to keep, believes in finding. Also, errant onto the naked board doesn't feel too great. Hey, Yokonar, nice to see ya. Finds the sword back, finds Vandergriff, that would have been useful in the previous round. So, is the squirrel? Is this the champion squirrel? Or is this enough to beat the knights anyway? Here comes the damsel in distress. Sabbath brings the combo out. Here they gave troll AQ and something. There is no more heat wave. There is no verification in the deck. Which means that knights will try and celebrate. Also no leader charges here for Dora. At this combo, yeah, you can play to the back row. Those points do not matter, there are no adjacent units. You're playing Vran. Your Glusty is kinda A, but at least you get the Araha. Araha's Queen nest spawned. So there are still some points. You have the Kiki Warrior. Look, them are points, okay? Another Vran Warrior, 1, 2, 3, 4 tokens, some consumes, buffing 3 units simultaneously.
Still in the presence of nobility, will ya?
Just believe, guys. This Sabbath was still worth it for AQ. Even if opponent pass. 61 is sadly a bit short. If we are being realistic here, there is a chapter of scenario triggered leader, and well, wow, something's happening. More points and more points have been put onto the knights, and it's a GG. Violet is 25 points ahead with the card in hand. Hey, yo, Anton. Okay, so this is a 3-1 end of the series and end of today's semifinal. Yesterday's semifinal was coming close to somewhat similar scenario, but then Mystical got the victory and it all decided in the last match. Today China managed to win 2 series in a row. It all started with Cintrian's невезение. Glad I bet 100 for China too. Oh, no. You said it will be 3-0 something. The series are shorter than 1 game from Iluha. What a BM towards Iluha. Ай-яй-яй. Так, ну да, произошло. То, что произошло, Violet побеждает 3-1, Китай получает 2-е очко и проходит в финал. Which means, что значит, что Украина против Китая будет финал. Матча за 3-е место не планируется, так что May 11 is the final, финал 11 мая. Украина-Китай. 10% призового пула уходят Великобритании, 10% гражданам России, остальное разыгрывается 30 и 50% в финале. You can still contribute, все еще можно поддержать во время финала, это тоже будет возможно, но возможно поддержать и сейчас, поддержать Матола прежде всего, сейчас на чемпионат мира, а потом будет на Gwent Challenger. Ссылки в чате прямо сейчас. So links are in the chat. You can support Matolf. At the moment, it's all the support goes into the crowdfunding of the World Cup prize pool, the distribution that you've seen. We have more events. I'll show the Be Charitable. So May 11th also has Be Charitable event in the evening. What else will we have? We have Community Open with Mayamon, Lerio, Nick and Trinova on May 18th. Так что, да, Open тоже квалификации прошли. Квалификации сейчас на YouTube. Если что-то пропустили, можно все посмотреть. Okay, regarding open number 2 also, we have the bracket. Well, it was, if you know, you know, but it was obvious who is playing whom. Lower bracket for final winner against top bracket from the different qualifiers. So it will be Maimon versus Renova and also Nick versus Lerio. Полуфиналы Опена уже известны. Приходите 18 мая. But yeah, as per usual, the tournaments are planned throughout the entire year. Турниры на весь год запланированы у Матола. So we still have June qualifiers for Challenger and Challenger in July. Other things we'll talk about later. Нежданный, thanks for the follow. Привет, спасибо. So that should be it for today. Any questions? Any comments? Metal, did I forget something? I think I showed everything that I was planning to show. Of course, you have to also sub, like, comment the videos, all that, attend every stream. I guess I'll share the link. You know when the challenge was used for the tournaments, right? You can use challenge once again. There will be $50 more or less league open to everyone. So you can go to this challenge, register and participate. A couple of rounds of matches each week, or each day of the week, the coming week. So yeah, not only Metal is organizing tournaments, so you can participate in more. Will there be 14 hours of free runs today? Don't think so. I think I'm finishing the stream now and gonna chill. Lucky that today is fast Gwent day, so there is still half of the Sunday to enjoy. Of course, it's nice to have events, but it's also nice to have free time from Gwent. Спасибо, что смотрели. Увидимся, когда увидимся. Может, какие-то матчи лиги. Invalid username. Okay, I cannot host. Karim, go live. Matol, go live. I streamed enough. I replaced you as a caster for the day. Now replace me as a Gwent streamer of the day. Go. Live. I know that you want to play some Gwent on stream. What's happening here? Yeah. Imagine streaming. Okay, somebody go live. Yes, we are going to T-Max. Haven't been there, but cannot really find anyone I know besides Necrotal, and I'm not sure how much he is going on for after the World Cup cast. So, спасибо, что смотрели. Пока-пока. Увидимся на следующей неделе. И рераны, если что-то пропустили, все будет на YouTube. YouTube тоже спасибо, что смотрели. Вы знаете, как найти YouTube на YouTube. Пока-пока.